Hello everyone, it's me, Hypers here, and welcome back to WRL. We are here with round number 7, 8, 7. Kinda. 7. Let me just put the link to the stream in our chat so that the new guys can watch. We've had quite a few new drivers join in the last week, so it's going to be quite an interesting one. Now, if I could find the WRL YouTube channel, that'd be pretty good. WRL Racing. There we go. Share. Copy link. Then go to Discord and PlayStation to put the links in the chats. Paste. There we go. So that everyone can see just, how the race is going today and what's going on. Obviously we're here at Canada. We've got quite a few new drivers, like I said. As you can see, most of the right hand side is actually full of some new drivers. Well, some of it's full of new drivers. So, we've got Haswas, Bazooka Joe, RTYT Sao Diablo, Fouché, F1 Mansel's back, all of them new drivers. F1 Buttons is back as well, who's joined this league, but he's not here today. Don't know why, but I think he should be watching the stream at some point whenever the stream's up. Well, by whenever the stream's up, I mean like whenever this, I don't know, stream's working. Oh, it's a wet quali. This is interessante. So now I bet you if you look at tyres, it's just intermediates are the tyres of choice today. One which is expected, really, considering it's a wet quali. And I've got my eyes on the chat, on both of them actually. So yeah, this is the Red Bull of Jamie's coming out. I just need to mute. Oh, never mind. That's I need to mute Padraig, but he's already muted, so it's all good. Oh, there's a Renault going in someone else there. But I'm pretty sure the first car was Paraplays, out just in front of the two Red Bulls. As I think that's our... Nope, that is Jamie, who forgot how to use his pit limiter and sped off onto the grass. His inters should be nice and grassy now. Meanwhile, as I always do, I will keep my out lap and first lap with Paraplays, as I always like to have the first driver out, or the first driver to set a lap, as the driver who I watch. And if he gets overtaken by RKI, then, it's kind of hard for me to do that, but still. Oh no, he lets RKI through. So we're going to ride on board with RKI in the Red Bull instead. We've got 15 drivers here today. Like I said, quite a few of them are new. I actually think 5 of them are new here today. Well, 4 or 5 at least are new. As I just... Thanks, Dean, that's on the stream. Oh dear. So, there's one of your owners. Just coming in and calling us still gay. Official stream. Official, yeah. Yeah. Then we got on with RKI, taking his Red Bull out for a spin. The intermediate is obviously the best tyre here in this wet weather. Rain's still coming down, so... it's definitely good to get out on the inters quickly, just in case it gets heavier. But then again, if it gets lighter, you want to be prepared to put on some soft tyres and just, set the fastest lap you can. I think after RKI, might move on to... we'll go watch Delta after RKI. Again, it's just a bit random who we watch, but nonetheless, doesn't matter. All that matters is we see some good racing here. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. I'm wondering who that is. I don't really want to know. Well, it's not Hazard, that's for sure. There you go. Just checking it's not Hazard. Don't care if it's not. As long as Hazard's okay, it's all good. Oh, okay, almost completely corner casting there. Luckily, didn't get invalidated, and it's a oh no, he did get invalidated for that. Okay. As Power plays, so it's fastest lap of a 1:21.9. We'll keep with Hazard here to see what he can set. The yellow flag in Sector 3, Q-Tip has lagged out, I think. As Hazard will come home for 1:21 as well. So 1:21.4 and he's in first. RTYT San Diablo for 1:22.4. 1:23.1 for F1 Mansell's back. Swanee also invalid lap. And Delta, who I said I was going to watch, sets a 1:25.1. So Swanee has an invalid lap, so I wonder if this one is going to be any better. We'll have a comparison of his sector times so far. And we'll just take a quick gander at that. So, Stotman, Swanee, better first. Well, actually no, worse first and a better second sector. This is all riding on his third sector to be a 1:22. As Fouché comes in with a 1:25.2. Ooh, just a tenth behind Delta here. Swanee, takes the last chicane for the World Champions very, very carefully. And he sets a 1:21.1, putting him on provisional pole. Go back to Machine Fishy to see what he can set. It's looking to be pole here, as you say, 1:19.9. As you get a flag in Sector 2, that is Fouché going slowly. Jamie Morris on an outlap. RKI still looking to set his fastest lap on these tyres. Delta improves his time by about a second and 2 or 3 tenths. As RKI is looking confident that he can go and set a good lap here. Obviously, the aim would be to beat Machine Fishy. He's currently a second in front of Swanee. Well, make that Bazooka Joe, who he's just over a second in front of. But now, can RKI be the man to put it on pole? It's a 1:19.4 from RKI. The Red Bull man is in the lead. Kusit's back in the session, is now on an outlap as well. Not sure if anyone else has really improved much. I think Para set a better time though. He actually improved to a 1:21.2, beating Hazard. DCL and Padre still the only two yet to come out. So they could be in some serious trouble here if the rain gets heavier. But by the looks of it, I don't think the rain is getting heavier. In fact, I think the Renault on the softs here might have the smartest idea, as the track does look to be drying up. I mean, there's still quite a bit of spray, but I don't see much rainfall anymore. As there Jamie goes, just avoiding the World Champions, and it'll be a 1:19. I don't know, 1:18.8. Jamie puts it on pole by 6 tenths over his teammate, and Hazard has improved to a 1:19.8. So Hazard puts himself in third. RTYD San Diablo also putting on some mediums, it looks like. As now my left trigger's just broke itself, or hold on, let me just go and there we go. I've been trying to go to Q-Tip for a while. Mansell's going back on outlap with Inters, same as DCL. Q-Tip here though, continuing his lap, and it's looking pretty good so far. You know, in comparison to Jamie's lap, I have to say they're about the same at the moment. Maybe Q-Tip just about a tenth or two down. And I say that, but it's quite clear it's not, as Q-Tip has to break off, as unfortunately his lap was invalidated. Of 9 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the session. 4 drivers still get to set laps. Fouché currently the furthest person behind who set a lap, being about 6 seconds off the leaders. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Just gonna check if that's that's Q-Tip who's been round. Not the best of starts. Hazard looking to put on the softs. RTYD Sadiablo also got the mediums here today. Padraig's put on the hards, as yet again there's yellow flag in sector 2. And it's Q-Tip again. I'm definitely thinking Inters are no longer the best tyre. And it does look extremely dry. Well, in comparison to how it was. If I was DCL now, I think I'd be going back into the pits to possibly go change my tyres. I mean, if we look at the back of his car, there's more or less no spray, and DRS is enabled. That proves to you it's dry enough. As Padraig is the first person out on some dry tyres. Yep, DCL's given up. He's going back into the pits. Para has full wets on, which is interesting. And Padraig has completely messed up. Ah, dear Padraig. Who is the furthest one out on these tyres? It will be RTYT Sadiablo on his mediums. So he should be the first one to really set a good lap under 1 minute 15. In theory. Obviously we all know how that plays off when it actually occurs, because, you know, things are different. And as the track's still wet and it's still evolving, different things can happen. And with the track still being quite slippery, this first lap may be a bit tedious for him. But nonetheless, here we go. RTYT Sadiablo on for his lap. Could this be the lap that gets our pole today? I mean, with current third place on the softs, I'm going to say no. But hey, we have hope. As that hope almost just dies out there with RTYT Sadiablo messing up and hitting the wall there. There's now a yellow flag in sector 2 as well. Not sure if that was for RTYT. Maybe it's someone on the racing line. It's actually his teammate Q-Tip, who's on an out lap. See, Q-Tip could be smart here. Give his teammate ERS and slipstream at the same. I don't know why I was saying ERS or DRS. I meant slipstream. But he instead moves out the way, which, again, sensible call. Letting Sadiablo just go down this back straight as fast as he can. Robbie in the chat saying he's going to win. Well, you're currently second to your teammates, so you never know. As RTYT Sadiablo sits at 1 minute 14.9, and he is the first person to have finished a full lap. Hazard beats him though by a whole second and 8 tenths for 1:13.1. The other Renault of Haswas coming through This looks to be a 1:13 as well, and it's a 1:13.2. Ooh, just a tenth behind Hazard. And the McLaren here is going to be pressured. No, not the McLaren, sorry. The Haas here is going to be pressured by the Renault for this whole race. As it currently looks like. Just seeing if anyone else sets a brand spanking new lap time. Whilst we're on board with DCL, still yet to set a lap, might I remind you. Delta's still in the pits with Inters on. So either he's just got back in or he's not planning to go and set a new lap. As Paraplays comes out of nowhere for 1:12.1. A whole second faster than Hazard on slower tyres. This is interesting. Oh, DCL hitting a bump there. This looks like pole lap. Mansell's back with a 1:13.1. DCL with a 1:10.9. And you can now tell that the big boys are coming out to play. Fouché currently on the softs. I wonder what lap he's about to set. Haswas improves to a 1:12.0. Still 1.1 seconds off the current leader though. Fouché will come across the line with a 1:12.9. Just in front of Hazard by 2/10. Very decent lap for him. Padre, Q-Tip, the only two yet to have set a lap. Q-Tip looks to have invalidated his. I was about to go look at Machine Fishy, but someone moved up there. Swanee, ooh, moves into second place. The 1:11.3. And we'll keep with Machine Fishy. See what he can do in comparison to these guys. Q-Tip goes back into the pits after having a few laps, I guess. And it looks like currently the top 10 shootout will be based on who can go onto these dry tyres and make them work. And it is definitely a dry weather race now. Well, dry for quality at least. As we can see, Machine Fishy invalidated. Ignore me. Just completely ignore me. Who's nearest the end here? RTY2 San Diablo is. So we'll go watch him. Only 1:53 left. Jamie Morris still yet to come out. Bazooka Joe still yet to come out. Machine Fishy has retired. So he is going from last to first, apparently. Like he said in chat earlier. DSY Delta still not coming out of the pits yet. I have a feeling he might be AFK. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1 and Sector 2. This could screw up RTYC San Diablo's lap. DCL and Swanee are happy with their times. Padre with a 1:11.5 on the hards. That could be interesting today. And by interesting, I mean very interesting. The big oof to Fishy who cut the chicane. And there's a slow car in front of San Diablo here. It's Hazard. He's trying to use him to get slipstream. Hazard tried to pull away a little bit into the grass. DCL and Swanee both retiring as well. Not wanting to wait in the pit lane. Fouché also probably should retire. Along with Delta, because they can't come out now as well. But here we go. Oh, and Padre should. RTYT San Diablo with a 1:09.7 puts it on pole. RKI looks to be the next man to be coming to set a lap though. Can he beat the pole time just set by San Diablo? DCL now 100% not first. RKI puts it in second. Quite a few racers unable to continue setting laps. Hazard obviously had to back off. Now stuck in 9th. Mansell's back in 10th. what we're really looking at is Jamie Morris, Bazooka Joe, and Q-Tip to see which one of them three can make it into the top 10, if not all. All of them are still on their wet times. So, in theory, they can do amazing things here. As Q-Tip sets the fastest lap, Jamie then tries his best to beat that, but he's a 10th off on slower tyres. RKI seems to have just pulled over in the middle of nowhere. Bazooka Joe has put himself in 5th. RKI is retired. And unless Paraplays is about to set a stonking lap, I don't think we're going to get a new pole sitter here. Well, unless RTYT San Diablo can say something about it. But Para comes in with a line 11.3, beating Padre as well. I know San Diablo went into the pits. Why do people do that? Please, guys. Don't do it. Okay, guys, just a word of personal warning. Can we keep swearing out the chat, please? Because I want to be able to read your messages. But whenever you swear, it doesn't show up on the YouTube app. So just that's a quick precaution to make it clear. So Q-Tip first on the sauce. Jamie Morris second on mediums. San Diablo third on the sauce. RKI, Bazooka Joe, DCL, Swanee, Paraplays all making it on the mediums. Padre on the hards. And Haswas on the sauce with Fouché, Hazard, Mansell's back, Fishy and Delta all outside the top 10. And unfortunately, two of them still setting the wet times. Yeah, you tried Hazard, but it just didn't work. I'm actually hoping there's a formation lap, so I really need the loo. RKI, if you haven't put a formation lap on, I'm gonna kill you. So I'll be back. Hi RTYT. I'll be back in like 27 seconds, hopefully. Thank the Lord there was a formation lap. And hey look, people are actually staying in formation once. You know, am I going to speak too soon though? No, I have spoken too soon as Para's overtaken Swanee. For goodness sake guys, formation means formation. So looking at the tyres for the guys at the back here, from 11th down, Fouché is chosen to stay on the softs, Hazard's gone for the hards, Button's back, Machine Fishy and Delta all have gone softs. I mean, I'm just going to predict my podium here. I'm going to have to say that I think it will be Jamie Morris, RKI and Bazooka Joe. Just have a feeling as if Q-Tip and RTYC San Diablo get caught up in that traffic, get caught up in the guys on mediums, their tyres are just going to degrade and they will not have a good time. Still waiting for the guys at the back to hurry up. Hazard just enjoying slowing down a bit. I am expecting Para to moan about that. If he does not, I will be annoyed. For no reason whatsoever. Cough, cough. I totally didn't do it once. And anyway, here we go. Can I get a camera angle, please? Thank you. 5 red lights for the Canadian Grand Prix, round 7 of WRL. And away we go. And it's a decent start from RTYT Sadialo and Bazooka Joe as well, who's got past RKI. Padre up a position too. Now back down it. Swanee's gone down a hell of a lot of positions here. And it looks like Fouché's also lost a few as well. But the leader, well, the top 3 have technically stayed intact, but Bazooka Joe's made his way up. And RKI's gone down 1. Swanee looks to, well, he apparently was the closest, but RKI's left, he's lagged out here. And it's just a 3-way battle. All as Hazard and the Renault of Haswas are just fighting, and the other Renault of F1 Mansell's back here are just trying their best. Oh, Haswas went in very deep. And look at this 3-way battle. I just look at all 3 of them. I mean, I know it's only for a few points, but well, I mean, I can't even comment on how dirty that was. Now F1 Mansell's back's been forced to go back into the pit lane. Hazard down a position. Again, RKI has lost loads. Mansell's back onto the medium, or the hards, my apologies. Jamie Morris, though, still trying to chase down Q-Tip. A bit further back in the pack. Machine Fishy fighting against Pardraig. And he's probably corner cut there. But he's back up in position. Oh wait, that's RKI's Ghost. It doesn't matter. And looking at it, I think Jamie could be on for a move very, very soon on Q-Tip. If he can get it just right here at the hairpin. Oh, chicane, sorry. Nope, he's not able to make the move on the first straight. But he will be able to in a very quick amount of time. Dealt with a 3-second time penalty. Not looking good for him. As the 3 Irishmen have all left. And not going to make a comment on the league owners, but you know. Anyway, Jamie Morris still very, very close to Q-Tip. I actually think he got a bit of a touch there, and I think Jamie could have nudged him there. I have to say, it did look very, very close, and I definitely think there was contact. Meanwhile, looking nearer the back of the grid, we're going to watch Machine Fishy try and close in on Swanee and Paraplays. Machine Fishy obviously on the faster tyre, but Swanee, oh my, trying to make the move in the chicane on Paraplays. That is definitely not something you should be trying to do. As Fouché gets a time penalty, but Machine Fishy is now up into 6th. And is closing in on his next bit of prey. And apparently we're restarting. And I don't know why, I don't have any confirmation on that, but everyone still seems to be racing, so to me it doesn't look like there's a need to restart. With Machine Fishy making the most awkward dive bomb you could ever think about. Oh no, Machine Fishy's left. As there's Jamie Morris who's binned it into a wall. Well, now we're definitely going to get a restart because Jamie's one of the admins. Hazard's DNF'd as well. I don't know what's happened with him. But apparently everyone is leaving for a restart, so... I'm just waiting for my invite here. So that's why you've got a blank screen as I'm just looking at my notifications to see what's been going on. Yeah, I'm guessing we're having this restart. Unfortunately, that does mean people can change up their strategies, but... And if you have to have a restart, you have to have a restart, and... You know, that's okay. So if you don't just mind, I'm going to be inviting a few other people. As it's my role as an admin to, you know, get the people in. Who's next? Oh, yep, you and you. And you. There we go. Just getting the invites back out. Waiting on 5 more people so far. And people that are talking about the fact they can't remember quality, just check the stream, guys. Simple. Like, it's a simple thing. I just closed the stream instead of my PlayStation app. Good one. Somebody find me the stream again. There we go, WRL. The one problem is the fact that I'm logged into my own YouTube account on here. Oh, RTYT needs an invite. I don't know why there's a restart. Apparently, DCL got kicked out of his car or something. That's what I've understood. I'm not 100% agreeing on it, but you know, the owners have said they want a restart, so that's what's happening. I just don't need to redo the race. So those 4 laps that we started off with were irrelevant. So actually, I'm just going to go back quick and see the results of quali. So everyone can remember. So if the admins are listening, Q-Tip, Jamie, RTYT, RKI, Bazooka Joe, DCL, Swanee, Para, Padraig, Haswas, the Welsh guy, Hazza, Mansell's back, Machine Fishy, Delta. So the other people who need to be here, DSY Delta needs an invite. Don't want to have this race without him. And the invite failed. Are you kidding me? It's a very fun day. Um, I mean, I'm not going to comment on why we're getting a restart, as I don't really know the whole reason. I think this is everyone, I'm not sure. Hazard, Mansell, Delta, you need to pick your cards. Come on, boys. Oh, Fouché needs an invite. I'll just send him an invite. Where is the guy with the amazing name? Fouché. Oh, he's not even online. Guys, appear online, please. It's hard as hell for me to even realise you're here. There he is, Fouché. What a lad. So I hope you've enjoyed this little detour, I guess. The Hazard, you need to get in your Haas. Mansell, get in your Renault. Fouché, Mercedes. Come on, boys. Simple. It's simple maths. And Delta needs to get in your Alpha. Come on, boys. Get in your cars. It's not hard. I want to end this race by 10:15. Oh, and formation laps off. Okay. Come on. Can we just, like, hurry up? I want to get this done. I want to go to bed. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of bored. Yeah. Oh, someone chose their car or left. Oh no, Mansell's back. Chose his car. He just put himself in the Williams. Okay. Yeah. Well, whatever. I don't care. It's not my jurisdiction on telling drivers what teams they're in. It's my jurisdiction to commentate, and commentate I shall do. 29 that. Wait, hold on, 29? It's 35, I'm pretty sure. You idiot. How many laps around Canada? Time for me to commentate. Do. And here we go to the Canada for the second time in, how long has it been? Like 30 minutes? Yeah, probably. I don't know, maybe. So we're just waiting for everyone to ready up and do stuff. Sorry, just reading chat again. Thought I had time. Here we go. 5 red lights. Oh god, 5 red lights weren't even there. Oh, there weren't 5 red lights. That's why, because it's a formation lap. So Delta's in a Mercedes now. Mansell's now in a Williams. Hazard's now in a Force India. And Fouché is now in a Alpha. Which means Delta's and Fouché swap cars, and Hazard's just in a wrong one. Well, that's fun. So yep, 35 laps of Circuit Javon, yeah, of Canada. Let's get racing. Or waiting for the guys at the back to, you know, not be in position. Hazard. See, at least Mansell's staying behind the guy he's supposed to be behind. Then there's just this Red Bull of Jamie that's at the back. Just, yeah. And Simon Bazooka Joe's already at the start-finish line. Must have got disqualified. DCL's also there. And waiting for the last few drivers, with Jamie being the last man to go and get on his grid spot. Here we go, 5 red lights, and away we go for the second time. It's a bad camera angle, but what's even worse is Jamie starts. Oh, it's him and RTYC actually pushing each other around there, and Jamie just about keeps his position. As oh, the Ferrari of DCL pushing Swanee into the wall. Well, I'm sure they didn't mean that, as his teammate... Oh, there's been a crash. There's been a big crash. RTYC's round. DCL's round. Or down, at least. Has he got wing damage? Doesn't look like it. But he's just down positions. But RTYC, the man, losing out the most here, with wing damage as well. Padre fighting with Para. The Ferrari versus the Toro Rosso. Pretty much Vettel last time we saw him at a Grand Prix. And here Padre goes round the outside. They're not going to... They tried to make it too wide, and Padre failed that completely. Oh, F1 bounces back, ended up in the wall of champions there. As Hazard and RTYC both having to go into the pits. One of the Ferraris is having a nightmare today, and that would be Padre. Haven't even talked about tyres, but most people are on the softs or the mediums. Also, if you did have an incident today, I will remind you to send any of us admins the footage, because we are all very happy to look through it. Anyway, Machine Fishy fighting his teammate who's not actually his teammate. As he's now up a position. Whilst DCL just completely and utterly dive bombs Swanee and then comes back on track. Not the cleanest. I would suggest that is a penalty for that dive bomb and then reckless move as well. As Jamie sets the fastest lap of 1:13.1. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. I want to know who it is. Well, it's probably RTYC or Hatter. I'm just guessing again, I have no idea. Machine Fishy trying to close in on the Irishman of Padre. Both of them on the softs. And currently the second and third best soft runners here. DCL's got a 3-second time penalty. Machine Fishy's had the best start of the race so far. Artie Whitey with the worst start to the race. DCL trying to challenge for that title though. As Pardrake gets overtaken by the Fishman. And is now down a position. As Haswas tries to sneak his way in with Para. Ooh, you cannot go too wide there, but they just about made it. It's tight as hell and both of them are pushing like crazy. DCL got a 5-second stop, well, it's 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane there. Not something you want to see, especially not at Canada. As Hazard sets the fastest lap of the race. A very nice time there. Fishy unable to make a move on Swanee, but Swanee messing up the braking zone there. This could be costly. Very costly indeed. As Fishy's trying to make the move around the outside, he won't have it. So we're going to look back at Jamie v Q-Tip. Q-Tip actually decided to start on the mediums rather than the softs, which is a bit naughty of him. But oh well. He's now in theory slower, so oh well. Mansell's back with a 3-second time penalty. Mansell's just kind of in his own little race here. On the hards, doing his own thing. But what I'm very interested in is this train. Trying to see which one of them will give me the best angles. Probably Swanee. As you can see, Pardrake there also just a part of this train that's really being held up by Para. RT1 the 3-second time penalty. Machine Fishy trying the same move on Swanee. So this time getting onto the curb a bit, but it's still not enough. Jamie has to back out of a move between him and Q-Tip yet again. So yellows in sector 2. I'm not sure who that is, and I'm not going to bother looking. As RKI's made it past Bazooka Joe. Swanee with a 3-second time penalty. Believe that will be for cut on the chicane. Haswas has overtaken Para and has got the outside. Ooh, Swanee touching Para there. And Fishy kind of has a front row seat to this 4-way battle. Actually, Pardrake would have a front row seat if he was actually fast enough. RT San Diablo into the pits. Machine Fishy has made the move on Swanee. Now watching from Swanee's point of view, he's still on the inside. Fishy has to go off there. And this has brought Pardrake into the fight. A fight which he had no right to be in. Pardrake is now part of. And a small part, I'll give him that, but a part nonetheless. And as we can see, he's just gaining on the drivers in front of him. RKI, I don't know what's happened at the front. Could have sworn there was someone in between Jamie Morris and RKI. RTIT San Diablo out of the race. Still yellow flag in sector 2. Hoping this doesn't cause a safety car here. And looking at his car, it wasn't in the worst spot possible, but still. Oh, Swanee just giving Power a bit of a bump there. as he slows down and lets Machine Fishy through, who now himself can fight Para. But does Swanee give up that easily? He's still got the chance to overtake Machine Fishy here. Well, not with the slipstream that Fishy just got. Para's been bumped again by Swanee. Let's see, with the early braking and Swanee locking up. As we can see, Machine Fishy just zooming away due to this lot fighting. I can agree that track limits are terrible. As Delta's out of the race here, DCL's been lapped, so Delta is now out as well, meaning his race is over. And that is our second DNF of the day. Now, speaking of DNFs, I thought of pit stops from that. Para going into the pits, along with Machine Fishy. Padraig staying out on his softs for 8 laps now. I have to say that Swanee was very, very lucky there that Para did not decide to go in. And it might have been obvious to Swanee that he was going in, but if he wasn't, Swanee would have definitely lost a lot there. If we turn off strict corners, then people are going to be able to cut the chicane. So it's kind of like, do we want it too strict or too lenient, Sad Diablo? That's kind of the problem with the game. There's no in-between. But kind of cool if you could customise your own corner cutting and, you know, put your own rules in, but that won't happen. As Padraig just dive bombs Swanee. What is it with the Irish and bombing? Oh, well. Oops. I did not mean it like that. Padraig not giving Swanee much space. Actually gets a corner cutting penalty as well from that. But gets the move done nonetheless, so you can't complain. And you can. You got a penalty, but you know what I meant. How's Jamie versus Q-Tip doing? Well, currently it's looking like Jamie might actually get a good run here. I mean, he has got a very good run, but it just goes a bit too deep into the corner. Jamie's got the best exit. He's got the DRS. Surely this is the lap he's got Q-Tip. Surely. And no, it's not. Jamie has to back out yet again. He's on the outside. He couldn't do anything. Again, Q-Tip defends to the inside. Jamie on the out. But inside for the second corner. Jamie on the grass. Not helping him at all. Yes, but it's not about cutting the chicane and overtake. It's about cutting the chicane at all. Because you shouldn't be able to at all, no matter what. And that's kind of the problem, because I know with lenient, you can cut it quite a bit and get fast lap times. Speaking of fast lap times, well done Machine Fishy for fastest lap. As Padraig goes into the pits, probably putting him just in front of Fouché. This lap, Jamie's not closer. But I'll tell you who is closer, his teammate RKI. He's closed in on the front too. And this battle is looking intense. Meanwhile, Machine Fishy is just overtaking F1 Buttons is back. Can Jamie make the move here? He's gone for the inside line, but has to go wide. Just let his teammate RKI in. If I'm being honest with Jamie, I think for him, it's time to get in and get on some fresh tyres. He has been fighting this battle for 12 laps and has not been able to make it past. So yeah, Jamie's tyres won't be as fresh as his teammates who has had clean air the whole race, more or less. So really, I think it's time for Jamie to either get this move done or give up and go in the pits. But speaking about getting the move done, can he actually... Surely not. No, he's not done it. He's not done it again. And again, his teammate RKI right on the back of him. And RKI's just let off there. You know, he could have made the move on Jamie. He could have got past, but they're in the party with me right now, and I can't hear them, so I can't tell you what they're saying, but I'm presuming that RKI doesn't want to get involved in this fight as much. As Jamie's ended up in the wall. A bit of a mistake there from Jamie. Luckily I didn't see much damage, but either way, that would not be good for him or his confidence, as he overtakes RKI yet again. Probably teammates letting each other through. Yellow flag in sector 2. Swanee with a time penalty for corner cutting. Ooh, peak. Oh, Swanee. Those two corners did Swanee dirty there, as Machine Fishy has just been able to pull away very, very easily. Speaking of pulling away, Q-Tip is now 1.5 seconds in front of Jamie. Well, actually 1.3. But still, that's quite a bit. DCL back into the pits. Jamie with a 3-second time penalty. And currently the battling isn't too bad. I mean, Jamie's not got DRS here, but his teammate has on him. So really they can just boost each other along and hopefully push. This Hazard's finally in the pits for the second time. If he went on hards now, he would probably be able to go to the end. Nope, he chooses mediums because Hazard wants to do a free stop. Oh, RKI off into the pits. Probably looking for the undercut on his teammate and Q-Tip. Bazooka Joe staying out. Not sure what Haswas is doing here. No, this guy's staying out. And RKI should be out just in front of him. Oh, quite a bit in front of actually. Which will be good, both of them in clean air. And really nobody's in space of, well, distance of battling each other here. And any of the drivers who are kind of just not really doing so. I mean, Para players could close in on F1 Mansell's back very soon, which will be interesting, to say the least. Jamie Morris and Q-Tip are not too close to each other, but close enough. Q-tip into the pit lane. Jamie following. Bazooka Joe staying out. Now here's where it matters. Jamie's in, Q-tip's in. Both are out more or less at the same time onto the hards, whilst RKI chose the softs. This could be a sound strategy for Red Bull. We can see the McLaren of Q-tip here. RKI has got him from the pit lane. No, he hasn't. Q-tip by a whisker has got out in front. Haswas on to new tyres. As well, and RKI thought he had Q-tip there, but unfortunately didn't. F1 Mantle's back's been overtaken by Paraplays. And quite a lot of guys on their new tyres. Most people looking to do a two-stop today. As RKI is trying it around the outside. Q-tip defending like a champion. But can he defend for long with a guy on a tyre that's two sets faster? Bazooka Joe off into the pits as well. Bazooka Joe also going onto the hards here. Which is interesting to say the least. As Padraig is coming very close to Fushi, yeah. Swanee's taken his tyres 16 laps, and that is mental. Have to respect that. You know, it's over half race distance, and he's taken them that long. So yellow flag in sector 1, I'm not sure who it's for or what it's for. But I am worried. Ooh, as Swanee and Para make a little bit of contact. Para up the inside. Oh, Swanee's got wing damage. No wonder he's not coping very well in his car. That wing damage must be a problem for him. Again, no wonder Para has caught up so quick. Swanee obviously plans to stay out a little bit longer. He's probably going to try and do the same as F1 Mansell, except when Mansell goes in for softs, I'd say. I think Swanee will be going in for softs with Mansell, as they can both. Well, I don't know how Swanee can do that, but I know Mansell will be doing that. Anyway, Haswas going down the inside here. It's a clean move into turn 1. And Haswas is up into 8th position. Padraig has overtaken Fouché. And a DCL has just been lapped by 12th place. Currently the best race so far has been from Machine Fishy in terms of positions gained. I mean, I'm going to say though, if RKI pulls his strategy off somehow, I've got to give him my drive of the day. Oh, Bazooka Joe, a 3-second time penalty. Not something you want to do. Haswas has also overtaken Swanee now. And speaking of Swanee, he seems to be at the point where he just can't keep his car at the top speed that everyone else is going. At this rate, I have a feeling Haz will be catching up to him in no time whatsoever. Kind of feel bad for Swanee. I really do. Oh, as he's ended up in the grass, and F1 Mansell's back has ended up in the wall at the same time. I mean, he must have been distracted by Swanee there. and has ended up in the wall, which is really unfortunate. I feel so gutted. I wanted to see how his strategy worked out. You know, that has to be a safety car. I mean, somehow that's not. It's like right in the middle of the track, though. I don't get that. That just doesn't make much sense to me. Poor Mansell there. Unfortunately out. As Fushi's also crashed. Oh my. DCL could get points while being a lap down from the guy in front of him. This is peak. Again, this is the point where you'd want the safety car to be kind of deployed. As RKI's back into the pits, 5 laps on the softs, and they are not doing justice for him. He's back onto the mediums for the last 14 laps. Machine Fishy in front of him has to make another stop, by the way. And also Bazooka Joe. The next 2 people are Paraplays and Haswas, both of whom will definitely have to make another stop. Really, this means this is for position, because these 2 are fighting with another stop to go. Swanee, same with him. I can make debates on him. He probably 20 laps. If Swanee can take his tyres 20 laps, Hazard can take his 20 laps, I'm just saying. But, you know, I'd say Hazard has to stop again. Oh, bless me. But anyway, it looks like the top 5 are kind of confirmed to the top 5. However, the rest of these guys are fighting out for position. Oh, Haswas and Para touching each other quite a bit here. Machine Fishy into the pits. He is in for probably some fresh mediums, surely. Taking them only 12 laps, yep. Mediums for Machine Fishy. Haswas up the inside of Paraplays. Para into the pits himself. And Swanee's actually making his way past here. Going 21 laps currently on these mediums. I assume he's taking them into about lap 24, 25. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. I feel kind of bad, but hey, you took your tyres really well, so I have to say, well done to that. Padrig also is back into the pits. But Hazard is closing in on Swanee. This is getting quite intense, you know. Hazard, well, that's what I call late braking. That's definitely lost him some time there. How much I really couldn't tell you, but it's lost him time. Both of these boys need to pit at least once more. Might I remind you that they are all on the same lap as the leader, so this is now their lap 23. Haswas, Swanee and Hazard really need to stay out another 3 or 4 laps to be able to go onto the softs again. I'm actually not sure what Haswas's first tyre was. Oh no, it was mediums, okay. Oh dear lord, DCL. He's just going for fastest lap now, isn't he? As Hazard's going side by side with Swanee without using DRS, which always seems to be a thing with him. As it does look like Hazard will have this move. He's got the inside line. Swanee's not... Oh, no, he's not. Well, I mean, surely he... Oh, there we go. There goes DCL. Yeah, and there goes the move that Hazard's made. Hazard up into 7th. Swanee not being able to accelerate here. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with his gears. There's a safety car. RKI's got... Because DCL retired, there's a safety car. Which helps a lot of people here. With everyone now going into the pit, surely for softs. The front runners are going to be screwed on their tyres. Paraplay is able to overtake both Hazard and Swanee. Hazard apparently going out onto 1 lap old mediums, and the leaders do pit from their mediums. Sorry, their hards, and they're onto mediums. Not sure what Bazooka Joe's going to change onto though. RKI also coming into the pits. I'm not sure why he is, as Machine Fishy will be coming out. Again, he should be out in 3rd position. As Bazooka Joe and RKI both get overtaken. RKI had a drive for penalties too. But it looks to be that everyone will be bunched up. Machine Fishy will have the most worn tyres out on track. Bazooka Joe and RKI both sporting new softs. Along with Haswas. Para and Hazard both on mediums. Swanee also sporting new softs, and Padraig on new mediums. And I know the field for a fact won't be bunched up by the time the safety car's in. But what it will be is it will be an eventful restart with basically just a 10-lap race to the end now. If people on different tyres. The guys on these softs may have trouble keeping them, but the guys on the mediums may have trouble with pace. This is going to be eventful. The top 4 are all together. Top 5 actually. Oh, so there's no race restart yet. Lap 26 will probably be when it is. Most of them being smart as well and keeping that 1 car length distance between each other, which you need to, lads. And the rest of the drivers seem to just be pushing as fast as they can. Apart from Padraig, sorry. So now's a good time, well, a good time as any to go through penalties. Q-Tip has 1 warning. Well done, Q-Tip. Jamie has 1 penalty. Machine Fishy, 3 warnings. Bazooka Joe, 1 penalty. RKI, 1 penalty. Oh, 1 penalty, and he's done his drive-through. Haswas, 1 penalty. Para, 2 warnings. Hazard, 2 penalties. Swanee, too many to count, honestly. Padraig, again, too many to count. Swanee is somehow overtaken Hazard. I don't know how that happened. And Padraig might actually make it to the back of the train. Safety car is in this lap. Q-Tip being a bit of a divvy there. Jamie's actually overtaken Q-Tip. Oh my. Jamie being very impatient here and not following safety car rules just so he can get an advantage on Q-Tip. Q-Tip gets us underway. DRS not enabled as of yet. These guys are all leading off each other. Machine Fishy, we're the first person to look for a move on Jamie. Doesn't make one. Bazooka Joe next. Oh, who's had a crash? Padraig's out and Swanee's in a wall. Oh my. Swanee's also out. Dear Lord, this has been one very hectic race. Hopefully we don't have another safety car just as that one yellow flag. Poor Swanee there. Not sure what happened. But Jamie versus Q-Tip is where it's at. Machine Fishy's tyres, like I said, a slightly more worn, but only for 2 laps or so. Hazard's overtaken Para here. Para's re-overtaken Hazard. And just keeping on with Machine Fishy. It's looking to be like Jamie and Q-Tip will be the ones fighting for the lead. Hazard and Para just need to stop. Like seriously, these two just need to stop. Q-Tip's been overtaken by Jamie. And then Jamie's been overtaken by Q-Tip. But then Jamie re-overtakes Q-Tip. But Q-Tip's got the... Oh, no, never mind. Jamie's got the lead for once. RKI had Bazooka Joe at one point. Doesn't seem like that's the case now. I'm just watching these battles. Really intense for some of these drivers. RKI up the inside of Bazooka Joe. The two men on softs fighting each other. RKI up into 4th. Obviously, Jamie does have a time penalty of 3 seconds, which currently means he'd be around about 5th or 6th. Give or take plus or minus penalties. So he needs to really get a move on so that he's not behind these guys who don't have penalties. RKI's had to go in the pits. Apparently he didn't take his drive through. Oh. So RKI is now down to last. Hazard and Para still fighting wheel to wheel. It looks like Bazooka Joe's now gained 4th. If Haswas on his tail. And I want to see what the Renault can do to the Haas driver here. Not a lot, really. But nonetheless, let's go back to Q-Tip and Jamie. Oh, Q-Tip, dear Lord, is not... Oh, Jamie's just using overtake. Oh my. I keep saying oh my today. It's just trying my own... It's my saying for the day. Oh my. Why not? Shinji you. Noni. Meanwhile, the closest battle is currently this Renault trying to take over this Haas. Haas. His. Hos. Has a 3-second time penalty, which more or less counts him out of being anywhere near. I don't even know. Honestly, these time penalties kind of make this just a mixed bag for the race end. As Q-Tip gets a 3-second time penalty, which now technically means Machine Fishy is in the lead of this race. In theory, as they get a flag in Sector 3, Jamie and Q-Tip have crashed. And by that I presume I mean Q-Tip took out Jamie. I'm just assuming. Which has given Machine Fishy the win today. Jamie off into the pits. At least RKI gains another position though. In good news. Q-Tip also going into the pits. He's in AI mode. I'm going to go look at the chat to see what's going on. But again, I'll just stick on this one to just, you know, let's have a look at this. So RKI also retired from the session. I'm not sure what happened with him. But Jamie seems to have overtaken him. As the fight for second place is now at an all-time high. Haswas and Bazooka Joe both fighting very ferociously. Well, there goes Q-Tip getting disqualified. And you've only actually got 6 drivers. This is appalling. There's a virtual safety car. Well, that's we're in the race, hasn't it? The virtual safety car, because of Q-Tip getting disqualified, has basically meant Machine Fishy's got the win. Second place is Bazooka Joe. Third should be Haswas. Fourth Hazard. Fifth Para. Sixth Jamie. If it's anything else than that, then yeah, I'm going to be very, very surprised. Virtual safety car still not coming in. Just allowing Machine Fishy to gain an even bigger gap. I mean, I don't even know why I'm still here. It looks like all the admins have left the party now as well. So it is just me running this. Fun times. There's only a few laps left. Just want to congratulate Machine Fishy for winning. There's still a yellow flag in Sector 3. I'm not even sure what that is. That's probably still Q-Tip's car being disqualified. That's a yellow flag in Sector 1. Is that just Jamie being a dope? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Machine Fishy about to start his penultimate lap. Hopefully to end this race already. And it's just the fight between Bazooka Joe and Haswas. Again, I don't think if he got the overtake it would matter because of penalties, but Bazooka Joe only has 1 penalty. Haswas has 2, unfortunately. Even if Bazooka Joe got a penalty, it wouldn't make any difference whatsoever. As Jamie Morris gets the fastest lap of the race, so well done Jamie. Machine Fishy across the line for the second to last time as he starts his final lap. With this battle here being basically the main talking point. As there's yellow flag in Sector 2 and 3. Who is it this time? I don't even know. I don't want to know. It was probably... Oh, I think it was Jamie going into AI. And yeah, if anyone's like talking in chat, I'm sorry, I'm kind of focusing on the PSN stuff currently. Will this be the last ditch overtake? Bazooka Jojo's just the better exit speed. As you can see, his car is built for leaving those turns. He's defending the inside. And it's neck and neck, but it doesn't matter because of penalties. Machine Fishy 1, Bazooka Joe 2nd, Haswas 3rd, Hazza 4th. Para will come home in 4th actually, Hazza getting 5th. And Jamie is just, being Jamie, so yeah. Jamie retires. And that is the end of round 7. So I thank you all ever so much for watching. I will see you in the next race, which should be the track after Canada. France? Yeah, it's France. So well done to Machine Fishy for winning the race. Well done to Jamie for fastest lap. Well done to literally only Fishy for going for a whole race up, getting penalties. That was disappointing. That was disappointing.